you just forget the one?
Was that the sound of Dark Souls dying in the background? I heard that you died.
I don't know what that sound was, but have you never worked in showbiz before? You don't say the one. You
point, but the problem is you don't have the
indicate.
video for the pointing.
You indicate the one. You don't say it, but you don't fucking even indicate.
Y'all could have figured it out. You never.
Hi.
No.
We're live, by the way.
Hello, gamers. Welcome to the Royal Ranking.
My God. We've been doing this for a fucking year.
Wherein we re-rank games that we put on the list. What is the list, you may ask? Well, it's a thing we do on our podcast every Monday on the Jump Up Supercast. If you're somehow seeing this first, you might want to listen to one of those to get some context. Or stick around. Why not? Because we put things on a list. This is 240-something games now, right? But these aren't all the greatest games of all time. These aren't the worst games of all time. They're everything, right? There's everything from Breath of the Wild and Super Metroid all the way down to Sonic 06, right? But sometimes when we're putting 200 games on a list, we'll mess up. We will fix that today by going back and saying, hey, I want to move something up or down. We will say, how far should we move it? We'll discuss. We may yell. We may hurt each other. We may hurt ourselves. We'll find out. On the Royal Ranking, I don't think we're doing a gimmick this go-around. We didn't pre-discuss one. So this will just be a classic re-rank. Brandon, do you have the wheel?
It's coming.
It's coming. The wheel is coming. Brandon is making the wheel as we speak. So while Brandon is doing that, I have a question.
Go on.
I want to get a vibe check before we go. Do you look for games before the re-rank happens?
I browse through to see which ones I feel like I want to re-rank, yeah.
Okay. I assume most people do.
Nope, I'm in the moment.
You're in the moment. Well, I was gonna say this time there's a couple, but I would say I don't feel as angry as my list is shorter than it normally is, right? So if you pick these 5, I'm SOL. I'll tell you that.
I only have 2, so if you pick any of those, I'm fucked.
Well,
Starting a war.
Sav wants to start a war. We'll see. The color palette on this wheel. Oh, hot topic. Pick up some clothes. This is very like winter. You know, it's a lot of like whites.
That's the color.
Blues.
That's the color I picked. I'm trying to remember. Oh, there we go. Okay, I had to remember what key to hold down to crop it like this.
Is it Control or Alt? Which one?
It is Alt.
Alt.
Yeah, that's what it was fucking me up because I was hitting Control. But yeah, It's very wintry. I picked it because it is winter, in fact.
It is. Have you been hit by this? Not a polar vortex, but the Northeast is just being hit by cold weather. Saf, you can't engage on this one.
It's been cold. Yeah, it has been cold.
Yeah. Mina can't engage on this one.
Yeah, immediately.
Wait. Well, can I not? Why can't Saf?
Have you been hit by the Arctic blasts recently?
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah. Have you not been outside to check?
I've not been outside.
Fair enough.
All right, y'all ready? I can spin the wheel whenever we're ready.
Spin it.
Here we go.
I like how me and Saf look like we're one giant one.
Yeah, well, you got the same color.
Also, Ills, I didn't put the Z's, it just says Ill.
Little Illin. All right. Ills? You're up.
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah.
Give me a second. I gotta look at my fucking list now.
We didn't really introduce ourselves, but go listen to the Jump Up Supercast.
All right. I guess I'm gonna do something that we kind of all agree on already. Want to move Indivisible down?
Indivisible down.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Indivisible is 74. Okay.
74.
So where you? I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
How far down do you want to move it?
I don't. I want it below Stardew Valley. Or
That's where I was.
Somewhere
looking.
lower than Stardew Valley. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Stardew Valley?
93.
93.
Having not played Police Knots, I'll put that out there, right? I would put it above Octopath in GTA 4. I feel that way. So Pokemon would be my only one way or the other.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I generally like this game. I mean, I really like what stood out the most for me in the long run was the platforming, how it kept evolving.
Yes.
And that became the
Platform, the
most satisfying
seamless
part of the game.
battles. Even though the battles did get very long, the concept, like the whole how the mechanics worked and everything, was very interesting.
I mean, it's shallow. I mean,
Yeah.
it's interesting, but it's shallow.
Yeah.
It doesn't last the full length of the game to keep you, hooked to it.
And the game doesn't ask enough out of you to sort of make you feel like you have to delve into some of the more weird combo stuff, right? Like the more fighting game like aspects of it.
Yeah, it's they don't have enough mechanics in it to make it viable.
And I think the
Long
narrative
term.
sort of has a similar thing, right? Where there's like interesting visuals and like ideas, right? But I feel like a lot of it sort of
Runs out of steam.
yeah, and that there doesn't give enough room for some of these characters, right, to actually get to do things or grow.
Mm-hmm. And plus, there's so many like characters that you can't use that don't interact with you in any meaningful way after you collect them.
Yeah,
and a lot of them, as cool as they are, they just don't really get any spotlight, and there's just too many to even realistically use.
They had so many designs that they clearly liked, and they made a number promise for the Kickstarter, right? But they didn't have the time or resources to sort of fulfill those designs, and that number was sort of an obligation rather than like a strength, I think, at the end of the day, you know? So, I don't know.
The good thing we'll say about the large number of characters is that at least they all play very differently. None of them are really clones of each other. But
yeah. Like, this is still high, right? We should make it clear. We like this game. It's just whenever we're moving down a bunch, we sort of focus on the negative. Brandon, Noah, where are you feeling? Has anyone else played Indivisible besides?
I only played the beginning part of it. I only didn't finish it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe above Police Knots. I'm like, either above or below Police Knots, I feel like is a good spot for it.
I'd be willing to put it below Sword and Shield even.
I think when I factor in the DLC for Sword and Shield, I think that it helps patch up a lot of the problems with the game. So I think I would be willing to put it.
What about the DLC for Indivisible though?
Ooh, is there?
No, it got canceled because of everything.
The unfinished DLC.
That is the joke.
Because Mike Z, congrats, good job.
I'll never get Shantae in that game, you know.
Oh, that is sad, actually. Well, oh well. Well, by virtue of
like move it down 50 spots now.
Where's Shantae? We're putting it below that. Okay.
All right, so Indivisible, down below Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah,
that'd be my thought.
There you go.
All right, there it is.
How many spots is that?
Oh god.
74 to 95, about 20.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. We spin the wheel.
And we're right round.
Just right past Noah, right onto Will.
Will.
Will with a capital I and
just Will and 3 L's.
Will.
Real bang up job with the.
We were doing it live.
Yeah, I was in a hurry.
I want to move Mario Kart DS up.
You fucking asshole! I want to move up. Son of a bitch. That's my choice. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's why you picked
Now I have to think of something else.
What? Oh, you guys added Mario Kart DS?
Yeah, it's at
Yeah, they added
121
Mario
right
Kart.
now. Below Kirby's Epic Yarn.
The fuck is that?
Where is it?
Yeah, it's fucking awful. This game has to be like the fucking second best game. Mario Kart
what
game.
the hell?
Yeah.
I like that.
And it's down
the wheel.
in the fucking dirt. I don't understand. Compared to
How's
fucking Mario
the
Kart
dirt?
8. Compared to Mario Kart 8, yes it is. 100%.
Well, Mario
Like,
Kart Wii also is better than Mario Kart DS, but
I don't know
fucking
about that.
bullshit. No, there's no fucking
here's
rubber
my thing.
banding
Where's
AI.
Mario Kart 8
There's
right now? It's at 30, right? I think that there's not an 80-point thing in between these, right? Now, obviously, how much you attribute. I think the retro courses are perhaps the biggest addition that Mario Kart has made since like it went 3D, right? Like,
Fucking online multiplayer was
and online, right?
I
Like
did mention that when we were.
and I think that like the different carts, I'll be real with you, and like 8 and 7, the cart parts I'm like lukewarm on, like I get why, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that DS has the right balance of like your character effect stats, but there's clearly defined vehicles that you like main and like, you know.
100%.
Doesn't have bikes though.
Does not have bikes. That is fair. Yeah, and I think that just mission mode is
Mission mode is very cool that I really miss from fucking today's installments.
Yeah. You know, it's like it is just a neat single player component to Mario Kart, which is a thing you don't generally expect from those games, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but normally when you play Mario Kart, you just like do all the trophies and then you're done with it. Whereas with mission mode, you have like a little more incentive, and plus it has like fucking cameos with characters that are from previous games, like Bob-omb and the King Bob-omb in like some missions.
I think it's got
things like that. It's really, really cool.
I think it's got the bully from Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
You
so
also
where do I want it?
Also,
like,
plus,
very
if you know
content
that
rich
if
game
the
for
fucking
DS.
download play between the DSs and like the game is like
Yeah.
utilized so well. Like you get a freaking secret not unlockable, but secret character, Shy Guy, which is the best character in the game.
Yeah. And it lowers the bar for barrier for multiplayer in a way that's very nice, right?
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
So I friends would play Mario Kart, but I think that when I was growing up, DS was the one that we played the most by a wide margin because it was the right mix of portable and you don't all have a copy.
Yes.
Right.
I used to gather with my friends. We all bring our DSs and play outside of a half-built church. That's a different story. Bang.
So where would I want to move it up to? I think in like the 70s.
Let's move it higher than 70. Let's move it above fucking Smash Brothers Melee. Let's move it into 60.
Oh my god, where's that?
Calm
57.
down. Calm down.
Steph, you're what?
That's a great Mario Kart game. I love Mario Kart DS.
Mario Kart
Amazing.
game.
Yeah, 100%.
I think I would, you know, if
Like,
I
it doesn't have any, like, compared to the latest ones, it doesn't have any fucking rubber banding AI. You can't get easily fucking Mario Kart like you did previously. You have some cool
Well, it is kind of broken. Hold on. It's not the
snaking
perfect.
is a problem.
Snaking
No,
is
Snaking is fucking snaking is
problem.
absolutely great.
Snaking
I love snaking
is
in
a
Mario Kart.
problem.
I
It
will
is
fight
absolutely
you.
a problem.
No, I will
No,
fight you.
it
Snaking
ruined
is
the
amazing.
online. It ruined the
Nah.
online for that game.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it ruined it, but I think it's
It
a
ruined it
problem.
for
And I
me.
think the idea that there's not rubber banding AI is like
It
not
ruined
true.
it for me. When I was playing.
I mean,
if
you knew how to snake, then it's
I
virtually
had a hard time getting used to snaking, and honestly, it just ruined it for me. I was like, I couldn't even win a fucking race anymore.
I love
Wait,
snaking.
hold on.
Snaking was the
Wait,
best in fucking
Wait.
What?
I have to hear all the fucking time about how painful controls ruins a game, right? And any other feature of the game doesn't matter because my hands hurt. Fucking snaking kills your thumb. Like the
No, it
game
doesn't.
isn't designed around that at all, but everyone has to do it to keep up. Like, it's not fun to snake. It hurts
Yeah.
your fucking thumb.
Snaking ruined the online in
that
that
is not
game.
a good control scheme. Fuck off.
Get stronger thumbs, Mina. Get stronger thumbs.
No, snaking
You
is
and your
bad.
weak baby thumbs. I
I will
don't
not-
get out of here.
I would put it
The
above
idea
Borderlands
of
and Gears of War.
controls. No, I am not letting you have this. Hell no.
You guys didn't even take into consideration when people actually complained about fucking Kid Icarus and shit. So don't give me that.
No, they
Snaking
did. We
is
did.
really
That's
low.
why it's loud. No, that we did. We fucking.
Internalize all your goddamn arguments about Kid Icarus.
Wait,
Don't
hold
tell
up.
me
We
that
can't
out
keep
here,
saying
your arguments
games
about
are really
Kid Icarus
low when they're
rising.
not really low.
No.
Well, for where like Mina wants it, right? It's low.
Thing is just relative.
Relative,
That's the
right?
problem.
Relative to what you would want versus the average.
Like we need to put in big subtitles or like a big asterisk in terms of low, as in like this shit is relative to other Mario Karts and whatever the fuck we want to compare it to on the list.
I mean, I think it is the second best Mario Kart in my opinion.
Yes. So it should be down at fucking. This should be like a
And
fucking
yeah,
80
I would
point
never
difference.
want to go back to any Mario Kart, not named Mario Kart 8. I have no desire whatsoever.
I do.
What the fuck am I gonna get out of playing Mario Kart DS?
I would play Double
Well, what
Dash
do you
again.
get out of
I
playing
play
Mario
Dash, I
Bros?
play DS, I play even
I mean,
Wii.
to be fair, I'd play all of them, but I love Mario Kart. But
The only ones I wouldn't go back is like Super Circuit and
Mario
fucking
Kart
Super
is
Nintendo
the
one.
same game.
No. The GBA one's
God.
the worst one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. No.
Maybe the 64
I think
one.
Super
The
Mario
64 I would only go back for nostalgia reasons. I'd play a couple of round races and I'd be like, okay, I'm done.
Super Mario Kart's probably the worst one.
Yeah. So all that is to say, I would probably put it above Borderlands and Gears. So 64.
I wouldn't put it above Gears.
Man, I want to put it higher, man. This fucking
Same.
game. This fucking game is so good. I like it a lot. Actually, wait. How many people are actually? Wait, how many people are actually wanting it to be at 64?
I mean, I think it's 3. Well, Brandon, me and Ills, you want to move it up?
I'm fine with where it's at.
Yeah.
I'm
It's the
I
three
really
people that
care.
weren't there for the original ranking, I think.
I'm
what
okay
we're
with
doing.
moving it up.
If it
I'm
moves up
okay.
or not. I
I'm
mean,
okay.
not that high, but maybe a little bit higher. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with moving it up.
All right, fine. I'll compromise. Where do you want to move it? Where are you comfortable? You said it was below Gears of War.
I mean,
Brandon, sorry, Brandon. I
Yeah.
meant like you wanted below Gears of War.
I would want it.
I'm willing to compromise. You fucking love this game, and you're making me put it fucking.
I mean, I love this game
low
too. I
down.
played it quite a lot.
It's my second favorite Mario Kart after fucking 8. It's so fucking good.
Yeah,
Uh,
at the end of the day, it's just Mario Kart, you know? It's
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
again, I
you
think,
gotta be real careful invoking that clause because it could bite you in the ass later.
yeah. Also, in chat, Zelda fan said, "Stop bullying Mina's thumbs." Yeah,
Your
snaking
weak
was bad.
baby
Snaking was
thumbs.
bad. Mario Kart Wii also, I think Mario Kart Wii is the second best Mario Kart game, but I still like Mario Kart DS a lot.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to fight on fucking Mario Kart Wii when it comes.
Whenever that gets
Mario
out.
Kart Wii's got the fucking bike, man. Also better on.
It's-
The bike's
Also, it doesn't
broken.
have-
Talk about ruining
Mario Kart
online.
Wii has the most chaos in any Mario Karts, and I absolutely
Mario
love
Kart
it.
Wii has Funky Kong too, so fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Cool.
fine. Under Gears, but I would put it personally lower. But if we're making a compromise here, if I was,
Well, you don't have to compromise there. You can put it lower.
I would put it below Banjo-Kazooie.
Where's that?
78.
78.
I mean, it's a better game than Banjo.
You gotta do this stuff after you bring your game, not before it.
Everyone's changing their positions immediately.
Every
Good God
time. No,
almighty.
he hasn't changed his position.
Very consistent.
Oh,
on
she
this
hasn't.
one.
She hasn't changed the position.
I mean,
Oh yeah, you.
it's not better than Donkey Kong Country. It's better than
I think
Grease.
it is.
The first
I
one?
think it is.
I would put it.
I'm willing.
I'd put it above Grease, but Grease is also not better than.
So let's
Donkey
take
Kong Country or Banjo. So
Saf wants it in the 50s, 40s, right? You want it in the 80s.
I wanted in the 50s too.
No one's in the 50s. Let's average it out to 64.
64.
no, below
I'll
Gears.
just put it at 64.
Below
Yeah, okay,
Gears.
65.
Alright, fine, 65. There you
Fine.
go. Done.
Wait, do you have the votes for 65?
Where does everyone stand? Will, where you good at 65?
I'm cool at 65.
Saf,
I'm cool with 65.
Ola,
Uh-huh.
I'll be a fourth. Alright.
Oh, fuck
There you
you. You're dumb.
This is like when a bill's already going to pass in Congress and people are just like, yeah, I'll do it now. All right. There it is. 65, Mario Kart. How big was that move? Was that?
122 to 66.
Woo! That might be the biggest move we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, we're
I don't
supposed
think
to
so.
be.
Yeah, we've had bigger,
Yeah.
I think.
Mega Man went down by like 80.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Poor Mega Man.
Oh,
All right.
Please
We
don't
did that
let
one.
me- Please
Brandon.
don't let it be me next, because I'm not prepared for this shit.
Well, if it is, listen, the wheel goes where the wheel wants. You know, you can't,
Yeah.
you can't control it.
I'll
Turn,
eat my
turn,
own
turn.
face.
Well, start eating, buddy.
All right, it's Saf time.
Of course it is.
Fuck off! Why? Well, how could this happen to me? Shit. I'm not prepared for this.
You gotta have a backup.
You
You
should
gotta have a backup.
So you can go
I
last.
can't believe you fucking did me like this, Will. That's not your fault. Sorry, it's not your fault. I'm just not prepared.
To be fair, we all knew Saf was gonna pick this. I think Will was malicious here.
I was gonna pick it.
I feel malicious intent.
Sure.
I think my
let me
reaction when I
start.
first found out was very obvious. I was going to pick it.
What are you bringing?
I want to move Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 down to just a small drop to below Azura's Wrath.
You know, it's fresh in my memory.
3.
Played it recently.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's just there.
Yeah.
I think that's how we all felt too.
It's just like I played through the DLC as well.
Mm-hmm. It's just kind of.
It just was more the same.
It was more that game.
I mean,
It is what it is.
Why did you play around with these superheroes, right? It
Yeah.
is. You know,
Like
it does its job, and there's not much else to it. And
yeah, it's like I think it benefited from the fact that we haven't had a console game that let you just play as a bunch of superheroes in like a decade,
Yeah.
right? So like at the time, I think there was like, man, finally I can play as Thanos in a video game, right? But that wears off, and that's not like particularly special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And, like-
I had too, so.
Sorry, what you gonna say, Mina?
I was gonna say, like, I mean, like, I think to be fair, I'm good with where it's at, but I'm also good with moving it down because all these games are kind of like, you know,
Mhm.
I mean,
They
none
have
of the games
something going for them, you know.
are, like Binding Blade is kind of whatever as well, but it's like, I mean, I would rather, I guess, play Fire Emblem at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
That this.
I think Binding Blade left more of an impact than this game did.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
Bulletstorm also very, very good.
Yeah, I'm good with below Azura's Wrath, to be honest.
I mean, I put it below Time Crisis. I think maybe Time Crisis is too low, but and like Toomba.
I don't know if I want to put it below New and Tasty. That's the thing.
Is Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku a more fun action RPG than Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3?
Wait, why is that done?
I don't know.
Man, maybe you should have moved Dragon Ball, Sappy.
Maybe.
We're changing the script. I don't know.
I
Alright,
haven't played Command Mission, so I don't really have a reference point for above or below that, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Because another thing I want to mention about this is like playing this, like I expect, because of the way in which this game is sold, like I expect there to be quite a significant amount of fan service involved in it. Like there's a lot of things that you need to get when you expect to get excited for in this game, and like the most exciting, most fan service part of this game was like just one stage, Shadowlands, like the fucking Daredevil stage. And I don't read much Daredevil. I just watch the fucking TV show, and that one had a lot more fan service and a lot more cool shit in there for Daredevil than the rest of the game had for like the other franchises it held, which is kind of a major disappointment for me for this particular game.
That's because you're a fucking nerd. We don't welcome nerds here, Sash.
If I was to compare it directly to another licensed game that just kind of exists, Lego Star Wars.
Where's Lego Star Wars? Oh,
Red
I mean,
Blood
you know,
Dragon Ball Z.
it is not as good as Lego Star Wars.
That's true. It's true. Actually,
I'm feeling below Runbow, I think is where I'm at.
Fine with
Oh
that.
wow, Rumble is down there as well. Jeez. What the
yeah,
fuck?
I'm
Yes.
fine with that. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put it below the Rumble. Fuck that, man. Fuck
Yeah.
put it below Rumble.
Yeah, that
Sure.
works. Oh, look at that. We're all in agreement.
We did.
Unity.
There it is at 185.
184.
This is
184.
Okay. There it is.
14 jumps.
Marvel
Nah, I
Ultimate
think-
Alliance 3: The Black Order.
170 to 184.
All right, Brandon.
All right, wheel. Let's go, wheel.
Let's go, me.
We have left. We got 3 people left. Mina.
Me.
Me.
Okay. So
That's
I
okay.
had 2 thoughts.
Oh.
Huh? What do you say else?
Talking about cat.
Oh.
Cat.
So, I'll just go with I recently played Super Mario Brothers 2 on stream. I think we underrated a tad, to be honest.
Where is it?
It's 158.
Is this our time to move it up?
I think it's
Is
our
what
time to
happened?
move it up.
Saf's
I
on
think
it.
it's our
This
Yeah.
is just a big thing for Saf. There's a lot of Saf stuff.
Yeah.
I think, like Super Mario Brothers 2. Mind you, if you had watched me play, you would think it's the worst game in the world. The stream was a disaster. I was very bad at it. Rewinded a lot, but it's a very fun game. Like, it controls really well. It looks very charming. It establishes it establishes a lot of Mario stuff that it doesn't get credit for, which is crazy for like what was really this was a US only game for
It's a
for while,
reskin, yeah.
right? It was a reskin of a game that wasn't even Mario, and now so many of its elements have become classic Mario games. I also think it's bold for a sequel to just completely you do not it completely flips like Mario Brothers 1 like on its head, right? Like,
Sure.
This is nothing like Mario Brothers 1,
Which is,
But-
I mean, exactly the inverse of Lost Levels, right? Where Lost
Yeah,
Levels
which
was like
is-
literally assuming you have beaten the first game.
When it comes to like direct sequels to Super Mario Bros. 1, you could say it has 2, right? Because it has the Japanese Super Mario Bros. 2 and it has the US, and the Japanese one. Now that's just a shitty game.
I agree with that.
But Super Mario Bros. 2, even just from a control standpoint, like it controls better than Mario Brothers 1, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah! Sorry. I remember trying to put
not
above Mario
kinda,
Brothers
I would
1 the
say
first time.
It does.
I would say Mario and Peach control better, Luigi and Toad don't.
Sure. I
Luigi
guess.
definitely don't. But
Luigi
Toad,
sucks in that game.
But
Toad was
Luigi-
fine. Toad is fine.
Luigi. That's his gimmick, though, right? Like,
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not
It's,
saying,
but they didn't quite nail it down for about.
like,
When did
yeah,
Luigi
yeah,
U come
but
out?
I wouldn't hold back a game for like, oh well, one of its playable characters plays
Sure.
differently when they intentionally play differently, right? It's
Yeah.
like I think that's
Mm.
fine. Like if Mario Bros. 2 came out today, like people would say that it controls really well, right? Just as a platformer, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know if that's true.
I think. I mean, I refreshed my memory. I hadn't played it in a long time, and
I
I was
believe
able
it.
to pick it up quite like it. I feel like from a control standpoint, like it does not fit the mold of like what you think of NES games, like as like it's not a game that feels what's the word I'm looking for?
Archaic.
Yeah. At least I felt that way actually playing it. I don't. Maybe you guys disagree, but that is
Where do you
how I
want it
felt.
then?
Also, it has the catchiest overworld theme in all the Mario games.
Yeah,
Cool.
the music is fucking catchy as shit. 100%. It's so good. Like I still hum the fucking main theme for the first stage theme from
Yeah.
time to time.
That's
It's just
gonna
so
get
fucking catchy.
DMCA'd.
Listen, the only other thing I gotta say, I guess the one negative, right, is, Mina, you mentioned that, you use the rewind a lot. The game is a little punishing if you don't use the rewind. To be
Yeah,
fair.
the game is punishing, like for sure. But
There's a lot of
I
pits
too-
and shit that you can just, lose just instant KOs.
Eat shit in, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest problem I have with it, I would say, is that, and it probably is because it wasn't designed as a Mario game, right? And Mario ethos doesn't exist at this point. But like, there is a lot of stuff that's just there and like isn't really like explored as gameplay mechanics, right? Like it's just like there's things like the potion and like the reverse world and things like that, right? There's a lot of times where I played through that game for the first time, especially where I'm like, what is going on here? Why? Right? Like, in part, you can say that's NES stuff, right? And I get that, right? But I never played that with the first Mario Bros, right? Like, everything was sort of easily understood, right? So I think that there's, like, you can feel that this game is sort of like a bunch of different parts, and, like, a lot of those parts are neat and are way ahead of the game, but I think sometimes they don't come together in a complete package.
Fair. I mean, like, my biggest thing was, like, I feel like I got lost a lot in that game, which is weird for a Mario game. Cause
Yeah.
there is, like, but, like, part of that is the game is more exploration focused, which I think is interesting. That's an interesting take on Mario.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just, I mean, it is get to the end, but, like, getting to the end in this one is not just going right?
Yeah.
It is, you're
Going
kinda
up, down,
exploring.
left, right.
You need to get the keys, you need to get all these other things. Yeah.
Yeah, and I do another thing I like that's underappreciated is like I do like the fact that the game itself, like, spoiler alert, the game itself is literally Mario dreaming, and the level design actually reflects that in some ways. Like, they do fucky things. Like, if you're in, I think it's like in the first stage, in the first part, you can just walk to the side and come out the other side, and like walk
You wrap
back.
around, yeah.
So, yeah, basically, and you just do kind of like fucky shit like that, and that's really fun. And it's like it plays to the theme that you're actually in a dream world, which is pretty cool as well. Like, I like that a lot. Like, that's not something that
I
I don't
mean,
think you see that much more in other
if
Mario
you take
games, aside
most
from.
Mario games, you can justify them as being in a dream world. Yeah.
Well, Mario, I guess Mario Bros. 3 would be a play. But yeah.
And,
What do I
and
want?
Sunshine has Bowser's Jr.'s twist, perspective on Mario enemies.
I am feeling in the Kirby's Epic Yarn area.
Where is that?
121.
Okay.
So disappointed.
Vibe check on everyone else.
You want it above Rondo of Blood?
Let's see.
I don't want it above Rondo Blood, but I think Rondo Blood is underrated. And maybe I should have re-ranked that, but
You want it above Mario Tennis Aces?
Yes.
You
I
want it
would put it
above
above
Cave
Mario.
Story?
No. But that's
What is
enough.
Cave Story?
Okay, like, Cave Story is 138, and I would have re-ranked it, but we ranked it multiple times, and clearly you guys just don't like the game as much as I do.
I love the game. How dare you?
Is it
Well,
eligible? Is it eligible to even be re-ranked at this point, or is there still the
I-
freeze?
Doubt? Because we
Uh,
moved
I don't
multiple
remember.
No,
times.
it's not eligible.
Yeah,
I think I moved it. I think
Until
I
May.
think the last time. I think
Yeah,
last
but I
time
wouldn't
with
even
me.
bother because I think there's like, I mean, it's just me and Saf against the world,
Yeah.
It's not happening.
We moved
I mean, I'll
it
tell
up
you,
both
I
times
had it
we
on my
ranked
list
it.
to re-rank, so I think it's
Yeah,
a
but
3-3.
it's still criminally low IMO, but that's okay.
But
We're not talking about Cave Story.
yeah,
Marvelous 2.
I mean, I
Let's
would
put
put
it above Epic Round.
Yeah, like,
That's
I'm
it.
looking at everything in between what I said. I think literally, like, those Rondo of Blood and Cave Story are my only qualms, but I don't want to hold back Marvelous 2 because I think those two are underrated. Like, not into that,
I would put it below EBA, which is 153. So there's a big gap there.
Noah, where are you feeling?
I'm okay with where you suggested it.
Safi?
Brandon and
I
Ilse.
mean, I
131.
personally put it above Epic Yarn, but
I would
that's because I don't
not
care much
put
for
it-
Epic Yarn. But
I mean, quite frankly,
Fine.
I could move it a couple spots even more, but that's just
No opinion.
okay. Brand, you're a hard no. You said you don't.
I
wanna
would
move
not
it?
move it that high. No.
Okay.
Where would you want to move it
Um,
if you're willing to compromise? Big keyword.
below. Let's see. Maybe below Pandora's Tower.
Which is number
139.
139.
Number 39.
Now, I don't want to ruin me and Brandon's fun here, but if Ilse hasn't played, then it's a 5-person vote.
Mm-hmm.
Ilse has played.
I have not
You
played
played.
Ilse is
You did not?
No.
Are you serious?
barely, like 1
That's why
second,
Il
maybe.
said no opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So my apologies, I
So-
missed it.
Okay, so we are 3-2 right now. I had the thought,
Yeah.
but no. Where would you put it without me even saying anything? Out of curiosity.
I'm pretty sure originally.
Probably. I'm above Mario Kart 64.
Which is
124.
124.
Trying to protect Golden Sun.
The Golden Sun needs to be moved, but yeah.
Into hell.
Tribute what?
Okay, all right, Mario Kart 64. Yeah, because I was thinking Mario Kart 64 definitely went above. I think like it's better than all the games like that are a bit below Mario Kart 64. Besides on Blood. But
To be honest with you, I'm happy with the highest that you guys can go. Because I initially when I wanted, sorry for interrupting. Initially that when I wanted to rank it, I wanted to rank it above Mario Brothers because I enjoyed it more than Mario Brothers when I
Yes.
first brought it on. But like, I know that's not going to be happening. So like, as
Move
high as
Mario
it can
Brothers
go, I'm happy.
down.
I mean, we tried.
Try again.
No, how do you feel about above Sonic Racing?
Yeah. Wait, where is Sonic Racing?
That's a little bit above.
120.
Specifically, Sonic Racing.
Transformed.
120.
Yeah, see, so Golden Sun and Chibi Robo, I wouldn't agree to put it above, but if it's going past Kirby's Ever Young and Sonic All Star Racing, I feel like those should go lower anyway. So I'm okay with that going above it.
Okay, well, in that case,
Crazy
I'm good
people.
with whichever one you prefer of the two. I'm either, I guess, right above Mario Kart 64 or right above Sonic Racing. I'm good with either one of those.
So if I'm
positions.
compromising, I will say above Mario Kart 64, but not above Chibi Robo. If I'm throwing my vote in here, if I'm moving my vote up and then putting it in this area, I would say above Mario Kart 64, but not above Chibi Robo.
So,
Noah?
what are we doing here?
No, it's down to you.
You basically we're gonna go buddy somewhere.
I mean, I would put it. I guess if where we're going, I would put it lower than Chibi Robo.
Yeah. So Brandon and Will are already low as possible. So that would be in this case right above Mario Kart 64. Okay. Saf is as high as possible, and I'm a swing vote, and then so Noah, I'm kind of on you. Like, do you want to? In my view, there's two positions. It's either gonna be right above Mario Kart 64 or right above Sonic Racing. So whichever one of those two.
Considering I'm planning on moving Golden Sun, let's put it above Sonic then, if you're okay with that.
Okay, I'm good with that. 120. Super Mario Brothers 2.
All right, big move.
I'm legit kind of happy about that one.
I mean,
I
you
do.
are.
Because
Saf is the winner of the day so far.
Yeah.
All right, we're spinning.
Because I remember this is like everyone thought I was crazy for liking Mario Brothers 2. It's like it's a really good game. I don't know why.
I still think you're crazy. Don't feel vindicated.
I also still think you're a little.
But
Brandon.
now you're in the minority. So
Wow. We're gonna turn to the people.
Well,
The people
so
being Kevin.
turning to me
Yeah,
now because
Brandon.
it's on my name. Yeah, I can do two things. I can continue because I got two games picked and neither of them have been picked right now, and I can continue the Saf love, but the Saf's being a little dumb right now about the Mario 2 thing, so I don't know if I want to.
It's getting a little big for his britches.
Alright.
I could do that, or I could move a game in hell. Not in hell. I'm not moving a game down to hell. I'm moving a game that is in hell.
Inside of hell.
Whether or not if it's going to go out of hell, probably not. But
I vote Saf. I want to know.
Are we just making this the SAF episode then?
Let's just make this.
Saf came in at number 1 in the Royal ranking. He's going to make it all the way to number 30 and win the thing.
Right. Okay, Saf, you're getting the big push then. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game, is what I choose.
Oh shit!
And I want to move it up.
Me too.
I do not.
Wait, where is it? First of all,
161.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you.
I'm indifferent. Like maybe
I played the game a little bit on the Switch, and I was completely unenthused. I think this game is.
I mean, it's a fun beat 'em up, but
But that's all it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
we need to address something.
Okay,
What is it
so
you
can I
do,
move?
Jack?
Can I change my pick then and move fucking TMNT4 down?
No.
That's
We're in this.
How do we round the curve on
'Cause this is
TMNT4
stupid
versus
that they
Scott
have such a
Pilgrim is the
big-
question.
Okay, well, here's my perspective on it. TMNT4 feels good to play. Scott Pilgrim does not.
I completely
just played it.
disagree with that.
I just played
Disagree.
it. It does not feel satisfying to hit things in that game, and that's a huge flaw in a beat 'em up. If I'm not satisfied hitting something, if I don't
I
get
think that
oomph
TMNT4 mostly
from
feels bad.
the hit,
What?
then it does
Yeah,
not.
I think
I
it
mean
mostly feels the
TMNT4
same.
is.
I think you're
there's
completely
no
wrong. And plus,
I mean,
you have to grind.
there's
to get
no
your
depth
abilities.
to that game.
You have to-
TMNT4. There's
What are
no
you
depth
I
to it.
haven't
about?
played.
It's an
TMNT.
Every game doesn't
arcade
need
game.
depth.
Yeah,
Does
and
Mario 1 have depth?
I'm just saying, compared to Scott
No.
Pilgrim, which actually has like a move set and it has RPG
Yeah,
elements.
a fucking moveset that you have to unlock, and it doesn't feel good to play in the first place.
I
If your
disagree
regular
with that.
basic moveset doesn't feel good when you're hitting things, what's the point of playing the
I
game?
completely disagree. That does not feel good at all because I
Well,
played it
I
and
just-
I had a very fun time.
I mean, the
I
whole
haven't
when
played
it first
TMNT.
came out, me and Brandon were really excited because we'd be like, "Oh, we could play a beat 'em up together online," but it didn't even have that when it first came
If
out.
that's your whole thing,
So I did start playing it for a while, and I was okay with it, but I definitely didn't finish it. And after a while, I stopped playing it because I was on it to use, like you said, I wasn't that big on it.
But it's better than Republic Commando. Like, it's better than Hyrule Warriors. It's better than Fire Emblem
I
Fates.
mean, I think it's better than TMNT4, which is, I can't say I think TMNT4 is better than the Simpsons arcade game, but is it like fucking 150 spots better than the Simpsons arcade game? No.
I mean, yes.
No, that's just
No, I don't think so.
insane crazy talk. That's somebody who
What?
has like nostalgia for Ninja Turtles and Ninja Turtles only. Because like
It's
as
a
like
satisfying
Sure, it's
game.
not nostalgia for
I
The
don't know what you're talking
Simpsons.
with
But
the
there's
Simpsons,
a lot
I
of
don't
satisfying
think the
games
Simpsons
that
is in
are
a terrible
way lower
spot.
than that.
I don't think the Simpsons is in a terrible spot on the list, but I think that it's insane that there's like a 150 spot difference between that and TMNT4, which is
That's the nature of the list. You're gonna have things in between. Not all games.
the
are gonna be
nature
grouped
of
together. That
150
doesn't make
spots
sense.
between two beat 'em ups that are like nearly
Yes.
identical.
Yeah, one of them is better than the other. That's why.
Like that's just insane to me. Absolutely insane.
But it's
So,
not though.
so we have 3 people that want to move it up, right? 3 people that seem totally fine where it is, right?
Yep. Seems to be the lay of the land.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was gonna move it up, but I was gonna move it up in a small way because I don't think it's better than. I don't know how I feel as though in terms of like if it's better than fucking Mario Strikers Charge.
I'm
I
not.
would say
I'm
I
not.
haven't
I don't
played
even
the
think it
games.
should go above TMNT4 where TMNT4 is on the list because I think that
No.
game is also.
I mean, the place I would put it is below EBA if it was just not talking about TMNT4,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Right.
Like, I would move
I
it
think that
up, not
the
place
biggest
it.
problem with Mario Strikers Charged is that the gimmick of the game is the super shot, and
Yeah.
aiming with the Wii remote for the super shot does not work about 40% of the time.
That's yeah. I mean, that's why I like Mario Strikers 1 better than
Right.
Charged.
And
Yeah.
like Hyrule Warriors, I personally love a lot, right? But we can say the story is mostly bunk, right? And like
It
a
is.
lot of that game is repeat content, right? Like whereas and then Fire Emblem Fates is just a game that's fraught in a million different ways, right? But Fire Emblem's a really solid core, right? So I would put all those games below Scott Pilgrim, which like you can say the game doesn't feel satisfying. That's a sure, right? But I think that like all the other elements that are on top of it, right? Like the look, the music, the RPG
looks
progression,
great.
I think
What?
it works
great.
well.
Wait, I don't
Music.
like. I feel like everything that's quote unquote great about it is entirely superficial. Like it's just. Like,
It's not entirely superficial because I will tell you I found it engaging enough to play that game through like 7 times, right? Which is generally how you play our beat 'em ups, right? You play through
That's-
multiple times.
I played TMNT4 the exact amount of time.
Yeah, but I'm not
Yeah.
arguing it's
Or
TMT4.
more.
That thing, you got it 50 spots
I'm
higher than
saying-
we're getting
I'm
this.
saying-
Congrats. I'm
But-
not talking about that.
I'm saying,
right?
I'm
Like-
saying if you're gonna use that, then I'm gonna say the same thing. That's all I'm
Well,
saying.
but I haven't brought that up, right? Like, I mean, I brought it up at the very
well,
beginning,
look,
but we're not
I
talking about that now.
haven't
But
played Star Control
Okay, sure.
or Star Wars. I'm fine with putting it above Pikmin 2. I would put it below Mario Strikers, so that's where I'm at. Like, move it up somewhere between Pikmin 2 and Mars Strike is too hard. I mean, I also think you could just make the argument that Pikmin 2 is better, though. Quite frankly, like I feel.
No, the dungeons are so bad in Pikmin 2. You do not like 50
It was
floors
good.
and you die on floor 39. Like that's bad.
Hmm.
Like that's enough to like make you want to quit and not pick a game back up. Type of like time lost, you know. Sorry, Trey.
Yeah, I'd be okay with moving it above Fire Emblem Fates. But I'm
Hard
okay with
disagree
putting
on about Fire Emblem Fates.
I would put it. What about below Zack and Wiki?
Because I love the
No,
music,
Like
and I
I
love
my
think-
absolute ceiling is Hyrule Warriors. Like I think I would even put Hyrule Warriors above it. Quite frankly, I think like I don't see that. To me anyway, I don't think there's much to this game. Like like I mean honestly like we were talking about Marvel like I at least in Marvel I found it fun to mash buttons. I this game just is so mad to me. Like it's just
Yeah. I mean that's like
it's-
fine, but
it's
like
aesthetically pleasing, but like also like I have played aesthetically pleasing beat 'em ups that are also just a lot more fun to play.
I think
like there's a lot more. Yeah, I agree with Will and Brandon. There's like a lot more going for it than aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah,
Like,
I
there's
think
so much more
I had
for
fun
it.
with the beat 'em up aspects of it. I thought
Yeah.
using the weapons was fun. I thought the combos were
Yeah.
fun as you unlock them as you go through
I think
the
there's
game.
fun secrets.
Yeah, and if you know the
Fun.
source material, obviously it helps because I know Scott Pilgrim. I've read Scott Pilgrim. I've seen the movie
Yeah.
as well, and I
Ditto.
And that's
Yeah.
one that has a ton of fan service.
there's
in
a
it,
lot
right? Like
of fan
compared
service
to
in
Yeah.
this
Marvel.
game for that series. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it
Like, it's a
captures
good-
the source material like amazing.
Yeah. It's a great way to honor the game itself. Like if you're going to talk about fan service, like as you point out, as you both Will and Brandon points out, it's like it's really really good at like capturing what was fun about Scott Pilgrim through and through, the comics and the movie.
I mean, I'm fine with putting it below Hyrule Warriors because I'm a mark for Hyrule Warriors. But
Let's put it above Zack and Vicky then.
God damn.
Well, how many people are for moving it?
Well, it's exactly 3 and 3.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care if
But-
it moves up a little bit. I don't care.
But I'm good with below Hyrule Warriors. If we're moving it up, right below Hyrule Warriors is good to me.
Sure.
I'm okay with moving it. Yeah, a little bit's fine. I wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past Zack and Wiki. So wherever you guys want to put it, that's fine with
I
me.
mean, Zack and Wiki's biggest flaw is that it's made for kids. So I would.
It's too
but
hard. It's too
It's a
hard.
baby
But
game.
we'll forgive it. So I mean, I'm fine with below Hyrule Warriors.
Okay.
That's fine then. Yep.
All right,
So what was the
5 spots.
5 spots? All right, time to spin the wheel.
156.
Mhm.
Who could it be?
Hmm.
Mm.
Little Minecraft village noise.
Come on.
Oh, well. It's Noah.
Yay! All
What
right.
do you got?
So, I know I said I was gonna move Golden Sun, but something else came to my attention, and I feel like it needs more addressing more. So I have multiple questions. What was going through you guys' head when you put Pokemon Go at number 55?
It's
ask
one of
me.
the greats. It's one of the greats.
I feel good about where
I feel good about that,
Pokemon
too.
Go is.
Yeah, me too.
Really, not that high? Better than Pokemon Black and White?
Where is no Black and White's
Black and
above it.
White's above it. What are you talking about?
And
It's a 34.
It's even below Red and Blue.
Yeah.
I have
What
no
the
statement
game is
whatsoever.
nowadays?
I have no.
Are you like?
It's even better now than it was before.
Like to me, like I mean, okay. So the way we talked about in the podcast, like I think it is a phenomenal social experience, and you could say whether or not you classify that as a quote unquote gameplay mechanic is, I guess, up for debate. But for me, that this was the vehicle for a social experience unlike anything else,
Mhm.
right?
It's almost like Among Us if we were ranking Among Us because of how, like the video game Among Us, how deep is that game, but without the social experience.
Well, I would say
Well,
even
it's
different than
not
Among
more in
Us.
terms of how deep the
games
game
are.
is.
What I wouldn't say for Among Us. What I would say is this it because you say could this like the social experience.
I'm just
it
thinking
was
social
designed.
experience. You know what I mean?
No, but like
Right,
it was designed almost immaculately to be that.
Yeah.
Right, like you don't do that by accident, right? Like you map the entire world and like do a lot of work to understand how to get people to congregate and how to get people to walk around and explore.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, I think that there was a lot of work, and the fact that it was a perfect fit for Pokemon means that, like, there's going to be nothing before it or after it. You know, like, we've had people try to take that claim.
we even
and, like,
had fucking what's the people who made the game? I can't even think of their names right now.
Niantic.
Niantic tried themselves and they couldn't even replicate it. You know what I mean?
Did they do the Harry Potter
They
one?
did the Harry Potter.
They did the
game,
Harry
yeah.
Potter.
Oh, they were responsible. Oh, they were.
But that's the thing. Like, how far you would like? Yes, as a social experiment thing, as a social thing, it's great. But that's only one aspect of the design of the game.
It's a huge.
There's
I
also
also
the other
think, like,
aspect of the design of the game,
core
which
of it,
is the
like,
trading, how the actual capture mechanics work, the interactivity with the inside the world, with the gyms and everything, how reliable it is, and like how often it crashes, and connectivity with the actual accounts
well,
and
the
stuff.
connectivity's
The
not
battle
really a problem
mechanics, the
anymore.
trading
that was the thing
mechanics,
that lasted
you
for a
all
week,
take
right?
that
Like,
in.
a lot of that
All
stuff
that
is
stuff is
improved.
garbage.
No, it's not.
I
It's
would
been
say-
No,
improved.
I think the partner
tenfold.
Pokemon is a really like neat way to interact with Pokemon. I think that they've shored up a lot of the problems
I
with
have
like catching.
before we get really
I-
into this, is this what
That's the
you're
thing. Is
picking,
like
Noah?
I know, like I 100% agree with you guys.
No,
Like
at
the
this point,
best
yeah.
thing about
We're
Pokemon
talking about
Go
enough,
is
yeah.
the social
Right.
aspect of it, like
Is this
interacting
what
and
you're
walking
picking,
around
or
with
are you just
everybody.
trying to find out if we're?
No, this is already. I would say this classifies as a pick because we've talked about it enough.
Okay.
already.
All right.
Well, I don't know.
Are you
If you
picking
want,
this,
as I
Noah?
would say, if you want to keep talking about it, we can talk about it. It'll be your pick. If you want to pivot now, you need to pivot now.
Yeah,
So basically, no matter what I say, you guys are not going to change your mind,
I like where it is.
I have-
I mean,
even
we,
though if I'm
Actually,
putting up valid
I-
points like that.
I actually have a question, right? Because like you
we
mentioned,
had a whole discussion on this, and it was only a couple weeks ago, and we all agreed. I don't.
But
We'll listen to what you have to say, of course, and take it into consideration. But we were all in pretty good agreement at that time.
Can I just have a question? I would just have one question because you mentioned that Niantic tried to copy this with
Harry
the
Potter.
other game, Harry Potter. Yeah, the main thing that because I haven't played any of these games, so I can't really tell. Like, but it sounds like if were they the exact same game but like different franchises?
no. Like
No?
they made changes like to fit the world of Harry Potter, but like it just didn't work out as well, right?
Okay.
Think,
So
But
it,
it begs the
like,
question: was it because it was like
No,
Pokemon?
but
Was
I
such a
think-
good
yeah, no,
fit?
that's where I was
I do
getting
wanna-
at because like was
I
it like
wanna
the
talk
franchise that
about-
was pushing it over,
Yeah,
or
because
did
it does
they?
feel like it's because of the franchise was like the
But
good
I know a
habit.
couple of people that were really into Pokemon Go that are also really into Harry Potter, and
I mean,
they
I-
tried it and they were like they bounced.
I did
Right.
think that they changed different mechanics and stuff, and it just didn't. It wasn't
Yeah.
as fun. You know what I mean?
That's the
Like-
thing.
like I asked
Pokemon Go,
I asked
as soon
what
as
they said, what they said.
The point I'm trying to make though is that it's not like you could say, oh, it's just because it's Pokemon, but no, it's because specifically the aspect of the franchise of like they nailed the aspect of the core philosophy of this game is gotta catch them all, right? And to me, anyway, you could disagree, you could call it garbage, but to me, just the act of walking around, finding a Pokemon, and chucking a Pokeball at it, I find that to be a very satisfying loop. Like I really enjoyed the
Yes.
act of throwing a Pokeball, and that's not like, but like it's not just like I mean.
No, I get that. I get that part, and I agree with you on that
It
part.
sounds so simple that you're just swiping the Pokeball up, right?
No, I get that. And I agree with you, like I said. But is that enough to like shadow everything else that's actually design-wise bad about the game?
But like, what did like to me the negative about this game? If I want to talk about what I think is poorly designed in this game, right? As it stands right now, 5 years into the game, and as it's gotten so many updates, right? Like the only thing that I would quantify "quote unquote" as bad is the way battles work. I think battles are not fun in this game, right?
Yeah, battles are not fun. The trading doesn't work that well. You have to actually be close with people, and like now they especially can't even trade
I don't see
online.
that as a negative. I think trade, I think
Yeah, I think it's
I
fine.
think that's part of the design, right? Is that
Yeah.
Yeah.
you need to go meet up with your friend. Obviously, in COVID, that's a different context. But but
And like the other services, when it comes to like transferring your Pokemon to other thing, that's another like big negative thing too.
I mean,
What? That's like they didn't even add that until like fucking 4 years into the game.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
we're
it's
saying
not
all the
even-
improvements
it's-
they made.
we're including
but,
everything,
like,
right? We
these,
want the
to
best
me,
version
like,
of the
these seem
game,
like
most up to date.
extraneous things, like
That's
Like I
it
wouldn't
just seems
mark
really-
Pokemon Black and White because it had the dumb like day limit transfer from Gen 4, right? Like that to me is pretty
It's nitpicky
small.
too, and it's
Yeah.
not even really an important aspect to the game.
like okay, like I
So-
think undeniably, like there is a gameplay loop to Pokemon Go, right?
Yeah.
Like that much we can agree on, right? And that gameplay loop is so satisfying to me, and clearly to others, that it kept me engaged
That you
for
just
years and years.
disregard everything else about the game, basically.
No, well,
How is that? That's part of the game design. Like that's not like again, like the only thing that I didn't like was the battles, but I think everything. Like I think I like the way trading works. I like the way that the friend system works. You know,
Do you like the training, the way you level up Pokemon and how they calculate the stats and the power between each Pokemon? How long it takes to level up your trainer, things like that?
That's all fine.
I
It's
mean,
not
leveling up my trainer,
game
like
breaking.
I don't.
I don't know, because if it takes 2 years to level up to level 40,
It kept me
I
playing.
don't know.
It kept me invested. I wanted to keep playing it. It was a
That's
grind
the
for
thing.
sure.
I only
but
wanted to play because I was enjoying the social aspect. If once we stopped like going out on walks and like community days weren't as big as popular between my group of friends, I just stopped playing like straight up. Nothing
Sure.
else.
Yeah, but that happens. But you take the experiences that you had. You eventually
Yeah,
every game you just stop playing it at some point.
All right, I kind of
It depends on
interrupted. So,
There was
so
a
I just-
satisfying experience at the end.
It doesn't
Yeah,
sound
exactly.
like
If you
we're
had a
making
satisfying
any headway here.
No, if you had a satisfying experience, you played it for like I played this game for fucking like not almost every single day for like 4 years, and now I don't play it almost at all anymore. And I'm not gonna be like this game is worse now because I don't play it anymore.
all right,
Well, I think what he's saying is he didn't have the drive to play it anymore.
sure, and that's fair,
Which is
but
a
like
different thing.
I don't know.
Regardless,
just
it doesn't matter. It doesn't look like I'm changing you guys' minds. You
Yeah, I
guys-
was about to say, like, I kind of extended it this conversation, but the option was made for it's like if you want to pivot,
Well,
you
I
can
mean,
pivot. But I extended
we're
it.
too far in to pivot at this point. Like,
I mean,
I then
I'm
because
fine
I
with
kind of
it.
feel bad then in that situation because I might
I tried
have
like
fucked
10
up.
minutes
No,
ago.
I extended the conversation. No, I extended it.
I
Like,
tried.
you have
I'm
another
fine.
minute,
If you want to throw another one out there, then have at it. I'm whatever. We got 15 minutes to do. I think it's fine.
No, my other pick was
yeah.
Golden Sun. So if you,
Well-
I mean, are we going to go into a big argument on that one?
Remember what I said a minute ago? No, let's see where Golden Sun. I don't know.
Golden Sun's been pushed down. I feel it needs to go back up.
okay. Oh, where do you want it?
I feel super
Where do you
bad
want it?
and
And why?
fucking.
Go.
Fuck. Well, I mean, I personally want it as high as I can get it, but
Number one, I'm with you.
well, not that high, but if this was a sequel, but round Silent Hill,
Silent Hill 2. That being
90.
Okay, I think Golden Sun. I am fine with moving it up, but I wouldn't move it that much higher. But I think I think Golden Sun is a fun adventure. I think the battles is fun. I think it has good sprite work, all that jazz, and
Yeah.
good music. I still can't shake the feeling to me that it's just like it's just another JRPG. Like I know you disagree, and I think that's totally valid. But just from my point of view, like it's just. I didn't find anything special about Golden Sun in particular, That said, where is it at right now?
it's at
123.
122.
3.
3.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's 120. Where did you say you were at 90?
Yeah, around there.
I would personally. Okay, I'm gonna throw you a bone. No, I'm not gonna put it below Sword and Shield. I would put it below Stardew. Is what I'm feeling.
I put it below Hotel Dusk. So 107. But there's a lot of club games in here I haven't played, so I'm throwing my hands up on those.
Anybody else?
I'll put it
Nobody?
below No More Heroes.
Where's No More Heroes?
119.
I put it below Beautiful Joe. No, Castle Crashers.
And we're all over the place.
Saf?
Saf? Saf getting arrested?
That's on my end, actually.
You getting arrested?
I would put it below. Would it be? I would put it below The Missing.
Good lord.
Jesus Christ. So, Noah, did you expect me to be the highest one?
No. I didn't.
I'm sorry, I just
Strange
really like The
bedfellows. That's what we're
So,
experiencing
wait.
right now.
Ills, you said No More Heroes. Saf
Mhm.
said The Missing. Brandon said
Castle
Beautiful
Crashers.
Joe.
Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers, sorry.
Will, what did you say?
Hotel Dusk.
Hotel Dusk. Okay, so we're clearly in the 110s area, I guess. Like between 107 and 115 is the consensus, I guess.
I'd go above The Missing, I guess. Or, yeah, I'd go above The Missing.
Okay, so let's say between 115 and 107 is, I guess, where we're at. Where
God damn it! I really like The
most
Missing.
people are.
Yeah, I'll put it
Okay.
I'll put it above The Missing.
I mean, in that area, you know my hang up, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if it's below The Missing, it's below your hang-up. So.
Yeah.
true.
Now, I don't want to invoke a previous argument.
Or above The Missing.
You have
but
enough
I would say
to
I find through the animations, I think Golden Sun is more satisfying to me than Castle Crashers.
Okay.
But so I mean, I would be fine with maybe below Beautiful Joe if we're moving it down a little bit, but I don't know how we go below that. But I haven't played Little Nightmares, so that might be the hang up. Who knows?
What is it? I agree with
I
this.
don't think it should be above Brothers.
Yeah, I don't either.
I haven't played Brothers.
I mean, I like Brothers a lot. It's pretty neat. Yeah.
Okay, if you guys are good with Brothers, I'm good with Brothers, but I haven't played it. I can't say. I don't have a vote here. Saf, Noah. I mean, Noah, I know you want to
Sure.
as possible. Saf, below Brothers, you good?
Fine. I like The Missing more, but that's
Seth,
fine.
you can't win them all today, okay?
that was the cost. That's the cost.
All right. So there's
I'll be
10
fine.
spots for the Golden Sun from 123 to 11, right? 123 to
123 to 113.
113. I'm looking at the sheet, so mine's a little behind. So there it is.
That definitely feels better than what it was. So something.
That is the Royal Ranking 2021, everyone. Saf, congrats.
Yay.
Everyone else, thanks for showing up. Your participation trophy will be in the mail. No, that we did a lot of perfect work here. None of this you can ever take issue with ever again until we do this again in April.
Well, for at least a year, you can't take any issue with them, with these games in particular.
Yeah. But that is the work we do. That is the work we continue. Is the game club going up next week, right? Or
Game Club's going up tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Police Knots, right?
Police Knots.
So see, you may have seen where Police Knots got, but see how it gets there. by listening tomorrow,
Spoiler
and
alert.
then see Monday what we'll do. Because who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll be back for another ranking for Rankomania.
Rankomania, the granddaddy of them all. We'll put a number on it, unlike those cowards at WWE.
Yeah, what is this? Rankomania 4 for us, I think, officially.
Probably.
Well, we had 2 Rankomanias in a row. One of them got lost, so we don't know if we'll number that one.
The lost episode.
The lost episode. Yeah.
Much like Mania 2, it's not discussed. That is all for this stream. Thank you all for sticking around, and have a good one, I guess.